Hello everybody, this is Chronos018, and this is part 8 of my Let's Play of Seduce Me. I think this is where I last ended. April 9th. I think? Let me check. Yeah, here we go. Okay, last we left off, we did some more stuff. We, set up for the party. Spent a bit of time with Sam getting to know him. And just so you guys know, I just finished recording for the next part for the Pokemon Let's Play, and you guys are in for a treat. Is all I'm saying. I'm not saying what happened or anything. But you'll enjoy it. At least I hope so, because I sure did. Anyway, this is what their father just said. Oh, great. More pressure put on us, as if we didn't have enough of that. Wait, my potential?
To become CEO of the company.
Actually, let me turn that up a bit. Just to make sure you guys can hear it well. Oh, great, I don't want to be CEO, though. I knew it. Something was off about tonight. And now this party had become much more than I anticipated. I gulped silently, but I nodded in response. I looked to the incubi, but they were continuing to be servants for my father's approval. Oh, great. I looked behind me and saw Naomi and Suzu raise their thumbs at me for encouragement. I let out a small breath before feeling my body accept the situation. I felt a weight in my gut, but I had to hide it. Yeah, I just see all these different dialogue choices that are coming up are timed, so I can't really, read them. As the time moved forward, all of a sudden, the main hall of the lobby was full of guests. Men and women in formal or business attire showed up to meet me and see my new house. I didn't expect many to come, but I was once again surprised that night. I shook hands with many officials and executive members, putting on the professional face my dad trained me to have. Why? I felt overwhelmed, but I hit it well behind a small smile and a handshake. Yeah, the questions, like I said, are timed. Many even asked me questions. I tried my best to reply as naturally as possible. I didn't remember say what they want to hear, not what you want to say.
So, how do you feel living on your own at such a young age?
I'm so sorry about your grandfather passing away.
I picked the wrong dialect choice, I think.
Hit all of us hard.
Thank you for going all of
college plans?
Yes, I do. Phew. I felt like the questions came up one after another. It was tough to answer some of them because they weren't about me. They were about the company. Great.
What do you think will happen with the company now that your grandfather has passed?
What do you think of the philanthropic policy the company has?
I don't know.
Do you think the company should expand from just
I probably
toys?
picked the wrong options, guys. I'm sorry. Phew. Eventually the questions stopped and I was back to being by myself. Naomi and Susie were mingling in the crowds and the incubi were doing their jobs as I was all alone in a room full of strangers. It was unnerving to think about, but at least I wasn't being questioned left and right anymore. I am so sorry, guys. I probably picked the wrong answers. I should have looked this up beforehand, but I didn't. Suddenly, though, my mom pushed her way through the crowd to me, bringing along someone I didn't know.
Honey, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This kind gentleman is the son of the vice chairman.
Yeah, this is the other option. I told you there was 3 other options actually 4 options other than the incubi, but one of them we haven't seen yet. The other 2 options are Naomi, Suzu, and this guy. With my mother stood a man who looked only a couple of years older than me. He smiled and held out his hand to me, silently asking for my hand. Do I want to?
Hi, I'm Andrew Lewis. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Anderson.
Just, it ain't gonna matter. Because I'm not going for him. Obviously, we're going for Sam. As I placed my hand in his, he raised it to his lips and kissed over my knuckles. I felt my face burn slightly. Hello, you should be used to that concerning the incubi. At the gesture, Andrew smiled at me before releasing my hand.
I'm honored to be invited here.
Well, I'm not the one who invited everybody, my dad did. My mother smiled at both of us, made me slightly concerned. Why was she excited to introduce me to Andrew? She's probably trying to set you up, girl. That's probably what it is.
So, you organized this party very well, Miss Anderson.
He's trying to find a start a conversation. Thank you.
You're welcome. Praise is very much deserved.
Andrew then chuckled nervously, bringing a soft fist to his lips to cover his laugh properly before smiling at me. Yeah, he's nervous, and so am I.
I'm sorry if I seem a little forward. I've just been excited to meet Harold Anderson's granddaughter.
Huh? Why?
He used to talk about you all the time in the office on how you helped him refine his toys.
Aww.
I only attended meetings and heard all of the stories. You've helped a lot with the success of the company without having to actually work there.
That's good to know. Wow, I didn't know he talked. You should know he talked about you. If he was like a second father to you, then of course he's gonna talk about. He's gonna brag about you. That would explain everyone's fascination with me and their rather personal questions. Yeah. I looked at Andrew, who had a kind face to me. Something about him seemed off, and I didn't know what it was. He seemed to be hiding something. Whatever it was, good or bad, I was not able to find out. Yeah, some people speculate that this is the bad guy in disguise. I don't think that's true. Because it'd be kind of odd to end up with him. Actually, wait. No, he's not the bad guy, considering the bad guy could it gets taken back to wherever he went, and you could still end up with Andrew, so he's not the bad guy. Yeah, here comes Daddy. Oh dear, poor Andrew. We might not be going for him, but the poor guy still don't deserve that. I felt someone walk up beside me, causing me to turn to them. Next to me was my dad, giving his cold stare to Andrew, who suddenly became tense, and I feel bad for the guy.
So, you're Jared's son.
Oh boy. Andrew's body twitched slightly. Whether it was fear or insult, Andrew locked eyes with my father. I couldn't help but feel the tension between them. It irked me how fragile the air had become, enough to break in the wrong word.
You're the one who wants to be the next CEO of the Anderson Company.
Probably doesn't want to be by choice.
Well,
I stared at Andrew. This guy wanted to take my grandfather's place as CEO? I thought the vice chairman wanted the position.
David, leave the poor boy alone.
Yeah, leave the poor boy alone. You don't deserve that.
I'm merely testing the boy's conversational skills. Nothing wrong with that.
You're kinda going the wrong way about it.
of course not, sir.
And polite as well. Interesting.
If you'll excuse me.
And quickly Andrew retreated away from my family into the crowd of people. You scared him off! Normally if you're gonna want to go after him for a road, you follow him, but I'm just gonna stay put. I watched as he disappeared into the crowd towards the back of the house. I was worried, but I gave him his space. He obviously needed it.
Peh. He's not CEO material.
Oh, shut it.
That's because you practically interrogated the young man.
Yeah, I agree.
A little questioning shouldn't have bothered him. He's obviously not ready for any title in our company.
You were questioning him like he was the enemy. Of course he's going to be nervous. Even if he's had all the training in the world, it still is going to bug him a bit. I bit my tongue. I didn't want to make a scene of my father. One wrong word could be and he'd lecture me in front of everyone. That was not something that I wanted at my housewarming party. I let out a sigh before looking at the clock. It was getting close to midnight, meaning that the party was going to end soon. I lowered my gaze out the window and saw a limo pull up. Huh? Whose limo is that? I'm guessing it's Andrew's.
Oh, that must be Lewis's car.
I'll go get him. Stay with your father so you can escort your guests out together.
Okay. Yes, Mom. My mother left my dad and me to slowly escort the guests out. My dad held his simple smile as he thanked each person for coming. I did the same. Andrew quickly passed the doors before I could speak. Eventually, only Suzu, Naomi, my parents, and the incubi were left. My dad suddenly walked over and placed a hand on my shoulder with a smile. I stared up at him, a wave of confusion washing over my face. What?
You did good tonight. I'm proud.
Okay. I didn't think I got all the right answers, but... Oh, thank you, Dad.
Keep it up, and you'll be a good CEO.
Huh. Oh, right.
All right. Your mother and I have to leave. I'm sure Naomi and Suzu need to leave as well. Just because it's Saturday doesn't mean you should stay up all night.
That is true. Oh, right.
Thanks for having us. It was a great party.
I'm glad you guys could come.
We'll come visit tomorrow or something. All right?
Alright, see ya.
Good night, sweetie. Come visit us soon.
Will do. And it sounds like she's kind of has the way she talks. It kind of sounds like she has a slight lisp when it comes to S's. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that. That kind of sounds like it does. I could be wrong. All 4 of my remaining guests left the building, all but my dad waving back to me, of course. With the last of the guests gone, I sighed and sat on the staircase exhausted. That was tiring.
It's not like you had to do any work, though.
Hey, I had to do work like you guys, but I still had to do work.
Give her a break, man. She was getting interrogated left and right.
Thank you.
She handled herself the best she could.
Thank you, Damien.
As expected, Princess.
Hey.
Since you're exhausted, why not head to bed? We can clean up.
Considering Sam's super speed, I think you guys can get that done quite quickly.
Ugh.
Of course, he complains.
Hush, Sam.
Are you guys sure?
Positive. It shouldn't take long.
Yeah, like I said, with Sam's speed, I think you guys can handle it.
Ho ho ho! It didn't take long to find you little shits after all.
Oh, great! I felt a hot shudder run down my spine. That voice from my dreams echoed through the air into my ears. Fix the gate! Oh, I thought that was Rachel. I'm sorry. I looked around panicked alongside the incubi. James placed a hand on my shoulder trying to remain calm. Of course.
Don't worry. No one will hurt you.
Yeah. Hang on. At least you guys got to enjoy seeing the boys in their nice outfits while I was gone. Sorry about that.
Are you sure? Are you really sure?
Yes. All of us shot our heads towards the doors, finally pinning down the direction of the voice. The doors quickly swung open, revealing a sight I would have never expected to see. Skin red as blood, eyes black and gold, piercing into mine, roughed up clothes, and a pistol in his hand. I saw a monster. Yeah, I can kind of see why they would think that that's Andrew, but it's not, because you can actually get him killed. I covered my mouth to not scream at the sight. Dry blood covered the bandana around his neck as he smirked at me and the boys around me. Beside the red-skinned man was a similar-looking woman in matching thug-like clothes.
Oh, what's the matter, boys? You really didn't think I wouldn't find you, did you?
Hang on, guys. I gotta clean my glasses off. Okay.
I hoped you would, you piece of...
Oh boy, Sam, don't antagonize the guy with the pistol in his hand. All of a sudden, the man raised his gun at Sam's face and instantly pulled the trigger. Oh, that's not good. Sam? Oh boy, Sam? Okay? We all gasped in shock, instinctively expecting to see a bullet run through Sam's face. But...
What the fuck?
Okay, Sam's okay. What should have been a headshot ended with a loud but empty blank shot. The pistol echoed its empty shots as the man grew more and more pissed, pulling this trigger over and over in aggravation. Luckily for my ears, it became quieter after its first shot. Yeah, 'cause that's still loud.
Why the fuck won't you work?
It must be jammed or something?
This place is protected.
Oh? Protected by what?
What did you say, shrimp?
How is he a shrimp? You're just as tall as he is. I expect you to say that to Matthew, not him.
This place has a seal, protecting it from hellborn magic.
Oh? And how did the house get that?
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Exactly what it says. The man growled and threw his gun at Sam, who was able to dodge it in time. The pistol bounced off the wall a couple times before sliding further away, hitting the wall at a final stop. As it stopped moving, the gun faded into black flame, then disappeared into the air.
The previous owner had this place protected by magic, Malix.
And actually, Matthew's not that shorter than he is, so he's not really considered a shrimp. Wait, Malix, that was his name. His existence resonated in my memory from the dream I had. However, I looked to Matthew in the same confusion as Malix did. This place is protected by... magic? How is that possible?
It would seem that your grandfather had some sort of protective barrier around this house. From the looks of it, it only disables hellborn magic.
Well, that's good to know, but how did my grandfather do that? Did he know magic? Malcolm's face grew to that of extreme anger, his fist tightening as if he was crushing a stress ball.
And what's stopping me from dragging your asses out and shooting you then?
The fact that there's only 2 of you and 5 of us, or 6 of us, I guess. So, yeah. Out of pure instinct, I stepped forward and placed myself between Malix and the boys. With no power, Malix wasn't gonna fight. Even if he was, I think we could all kick his butt. I took that chance to stand up to him instead of being powerless like I was in the dream. Yeah, F off. Malix suddenly laughed wildly, staring at me in disbelief. No one steps into my house and threatens my friends and possible love interest and gets away with it.
Whoa, whoa! Who let the bitch out of her cage? What is this? A reverse harem or something?
Actually, yes it is. He's right, it is. Yeah. Malix grinned at me evilly, walking closer to me. Okay, Doug. I ducked underneath Malix's incoming hand. I stared at his hand and his black flame tattoo in surprise as I took a couple steps back from Malix. Matthew and Damien stepped in front of me, guarding me from Malix with their arms.
A quick one. I'm liking you more and more.
I really don't want you liking me. I really don't.
Back off, Malix!
Yeah.
Don't start acting tough, you pathetic excuse of a demon. You need more protection than her.
Oh, shut it, Malix. Matthew could kick your butt just as easily as the other guys.
Shut up!
Oh, did I make little Matthew cry? Why don't you just grow a pair?
Oh, shut it, Malix. Matthew's not even the youngest.
Enough, Malix.
Thank you. The woman who had been standing in silence the whole time planted a firm hand on Malix's shoulder. Malix looked back at her with a growl and a glare that could kill.
Since when did you get the guts to speak out of place?
Oh, shut up.
We both know you've never controlled me. I want them dead just like you do. But now's not the time.
Yeah, because you're clearly outnumbered and outmatched since your powers don't work, but theirs do.
Fuck off! I know what I'm doing.
No, you don't. You really don't.
Do you?
Yeah.
Even if you did fight them, there's 5 against 2.
Well, 6 against 2.
We never win.
Yeah, she is the voice of reason here.
Shut up!
Oh, shut up.
Let's go, Malix! We're wasting our time!
The two growled at each other. If they could have used their magic, I could sense that fire would glow from under their teeth. Malix grunted and glared at the boys. He pointed at James, wanting so badly to use his fingers like a knife.
Just wait, pretty boys. We'll get you and fuck you up real good.
I think the person playing Malix had too much fun with that laugh. I imagine anyway. Then Malix turned to me, moving his finger to point directly between my eyes.
And don't think you're safe. Step outside. I dare you.
I swear he did have too much fun doing that laugh. I swear, I just can't, I can imagine that. With that, Malix and the woman walked out of the mansion. The doors closed behind them, leaving the boys and I alone once again. I felt my knees give out from under me, forcing the boys to quickly turn to catch me.
Whoa, whoa! Are you alright?
Oh, you're concerned, eh? Yeah, why was he here? I imagine that's the person that's been hunting the boys.
He's been closely tracking us.
Yep.
Our blood trail from the forest must have led him here.
Great.
Should have stopped him and finished it here.
I agree, Matthew. You should have.
For once, Matthew, I agree with you.
Yeah. I stood up and rubbed my arms, feeling the goosebumps Malix left behind on me. I couldn't stop myself from shivering in fear of his words. Malix, was he a demon?
That son of a bitch is not a demon. He's a devil.
Yeah, there's a difference. Yeah, but she doesn't know that. A devil? There's a difference? Well,
Yes.
obviously.
Demons come from a different plane of existence called the Abyssal Planes. Devils, however, come from one of the 7 circles of a place humans know. It's hell. Despite us not being human, we are very different creatures.
Yeah, considering the fact that you guys have different skin colors as well.
We actually have brains, for one.
Yeah.
Devils always like to cause trouble and try to kill or torture others for their own enjoyment. Demons, like us, know when to use our powers and when not to. We're not stupid.
That's good to know.
Devils follow orders from higher-ups in their order, and their power only comes from their connection to hell. Demons all have free wills and don't rely on where they came from to use their powers.
Good to know. It's just also confusing. Demons and devils and magic all existed, and I happened to land in the middle of it. Yeah, girl, you have a bad luck on this one. I'm actually kind of be considered good luck too, with the boys, but bad luck with Malix. What do we do?
You're safe. You've been protected as well.
What? Yeah, what?
What Damien's saying is that the magic that protects this place also protects you.
Well, that's good to know. But
Your
how?
grandfather must have cast it when you last saw him or something of that nature. We can sense its aura around your body.
Oh, that's good, but this is also interesting considering the fact that her grandfather knows magic. So that must be what, wonder if that was the issue with her, between him and her father. It's a possibility, at the very least, but I don't know. I couldn't believe my ears. It was the third day of surprises. This one took the cake in being the most surprising. I felt my head spin once again. What did I get myself into?
Miss,
A
please
lot.
don't worry. We'll find a way to train ourselves and become stronger to finally finish this feud.
Kick his ass right now.
So do I, Jet. So do I, Sam. I want you to kick his butt right now.
Until then, we'll protect you as much as we can. If Malix comes back, we'll be here for you.
Good to know. Yeah, but what about going outside? Won't he?
Like we said, you have a protection spell on you. Even if Malix attacks you, he won't be able to use his magic on you. He'd be just like any other human you can fight back against.
Okay.
Didn't you say you knew Taekwondo?
Oh, you actually paid attention to what I said. That's good. Thank you. And yes. Well, yeah. I felt somewhat relieved that I was mostly safe from Malix. Still, I couldn't help but feel very nervous and apprehensive about the future. The boys were safe here to train and become stronger, but what if Malix did the same? Even more so, I was lost about how my grandfather knew about magic. I had to find out. At least I had time. I went to bed that night feeling nervous. Despite the words of the incubi, I felt like a target or something I'd never be able to explain or prove. Magic? Devils? Demons? How did this all even happen? Should I really meddle with the situation? They're only staying until after they defeat Malix. That's right. They said they'd only stay until after they defeated Malix. After that, my life would go back to normal. Temporary insanity, as Kay would say. The question was then, would I want them to leave? Yeah, this, if you don't end up romancing any of the guys and end up going for one of the other options, you don't really get a choice, and they'll just automatically leave. But if you romance one of them, they'll give you the choice to stay, whether they stay or go at the end. So yeah, if my life went back to normal, then I'd have to care for the house all on my own. I'd get to focus on my life instead of being distracted by the boys. I'd have to. My life. Where was my life going anyway? I was under pressure from my parents, with only my friends and the boys to comfort me. Without the boys, I'd have no way to hide from my responsibilities. Probably a good thing, but enough. Let's just sleep and deal with tomorrow when it comes. Defeating my sense of thought, I forced myself to sleep, unaware of what tomorrow had planned for me. Hopefully, whatever the future had for me, I would be ready for it.
I promise to be with you forever.
That's, Naomi. That's essentially all the options. I think all the options. The other one I mentioned we haven't met yet. I don't think it's in this.
You're so important to me.
That's Suzu.
I swear I'll give my life to you.
James.
Please, let me love you.
Eric.
I'll be by your side.
Sam.
Always.
I can't imagine living without you.
Oh, Matthew.
I want to be with you.
Damien.
I love you.
And there's Andrew. That's all the original options. Originally, the one we haven't met yet wasn't in the game, but I think Michaela Laws said something about she put it into the game as, I guess, little, not Easter egg, but extra or something. Because the game was, I guess, taking a bit longer to go out or something, and she decided to add it in as a, I guess, apology for making us wait longer for the game to come out. I guess. I think that's what she said in Angel Art's interview with her and the guys. Anyway, I slowly opened my eyes, letting the voices of my dream echo in my head and force me awake. I rubbed my eyes before sitting up and looking at my desk. 7 a.m.? Why am I up so early? Early riser? You're used to getting up early? I fell back onto the bed and closed my eyes, trying to go back to sleep. However, something kept me awake. Why? It's too early to even be alive. I know how you feel on that. I gave up and sat up, staring at the fireplace across from my bed. A sigh escaped from between my lips before I threw my legs over the side of the bed. What to do at 7 a.m. in the morning? Let's go and explore the house. We haven't really gotten a chance to do that yet, so decided it was a good idea to wander around the house. I never really explored it much as a child, so there were bound to be new surprises. Yeah. Well, come on feet. Let's go on an adventure. I stood and exited my room, hoping that the boys were still asleep. I began to wander the halls on my end of the house, opening each door to find what room each door led to. Quickly, I found an old office. A desk and chair sat on the far side, as a large bookshelf of documents and memorabilia dotted its nooks and crannies. There were a couple of pictures of me growing up peeking from the shelf as I walked further into the room. Oh, that's cute. I don't believe I've been in here before. Obviously, as a child, your grandfather's not gonna let you into his study. I tried to recall memories of ever seeing this room, coming with nothing as a result. This room was new to me. Did I want to disturb the furniture? Curious. Curiosity killed the cat, girl. I gently opened the shelves and any drawers I saw in the room, and a couple of them were books and even sewing kits. I assumed they were used for my grandfather's toys, so I left them alone. One drawer, however, was locked, no matter how many times I pulled. Urgh, come on! Open! Nothing. It would not budge. The drawer beside it, though, did, revealing a laptop. Why is there a laptop in a drawer? To protect it from dust? I lifted it from the drawer and carried it over to the desk and chair, opening it. It was a high-tech laptop with a retina scanner as a pass lock. Nice! I was not sure whether or not to try and unlock it or not. Yeah, let's do it. Worst case, it doesn't work. I decided to try. I turned on the computer and leaned my face near the retina scanner, lining the camera up with my eye. To my surprise, I heard a ping come from the computer before the screen opened up to desktop. Dang! How'd he do that? Yeah, look at that. On the desktop were documents and folders labeled with different aspects of the Anderson Company. Taxes, profits, bylaws, products. The list went on and on. If I really did want to become CEO of the Anderson Toys Company, I had everything about it at my fingertips. Nice. Dad would sure be impressed. One icon, however, stood out from the rest. Virago? I double-clicked the icon, but no window came up. Instead, I heard a large click come from the drawer that was locked. How is that possible? What the? I simply left my seat and walked over to the drawer, attempting to open it. Again, it slid open smoothly in the direction of my pulling hand, revealing 2 books. One was a plain black journal with a tie to keep it closed. The other was bound in leather with cryptic symbols all over the cover. I took out the journal and skimmed through it, seeing my grandfather's notes. They were all detailed explanations and opinions on his findings on demon magic. He really did know about magic. I sat down at the desk and read through the journal further, finding drawings and sketches of symbols and magic circles, each with their own different meanings and effects. It was all fascinating, but how did he get into demon magic in the first place? How did he find out about it? That's the question I want to know. There was even a page of important spells to know. I read through them, trying to memorize them into my mind. I don't know what came over me, but I started to feel more energetic and more powerful simply reading my grandfather's notes. I was suddenly aware of the energy that surrounded my body and the power that was around the house. The more I read, the more powerful I became. Careful! However, my mind suddenly froze and I found myself walking back to the drawer, putting the books in back and closing the drawer. The lock reset and I snapped out of it. Huh? Were you being controlled just now? Huh? What? I shook my head and looked at the drawer, realizing what I had done. I walked over to the desk to reopen the lock, but suddenly felt the need to stop. Something held me back and didn't want me to pry any more than I already had. Okay, that's fair. I was curious beyond belief, but I obeyed my thoughts for now. Eventually I would come back and look into it. I returned to bed, feeling the weight of the morning drag me under my covers to try sleeping again. I had energy, but I wanted more sleep. It was Sunday and nothing was happening today. Come on, eyes. Back to sleep. I shut my eyes and tried to slow my breathing. I looked at my phone to check the time once again. It was noon, yet I felt like I had slept for much longer. Why is time going so slowly? I sighed, got changed into normal clothes, and went out to the main hall and sat on the stairs. Sundays are very boring. However, the muffled sounds of battle caught my attention. Huh? I quickly went to the backyard in response to the noise I had heard. Yep, it's the boys. Anyway, I think I'm going to end this part up here, guys. Actually, let me check the phone. Yeah, I'm going to end this part off here. I will see you guys next time where we continue with learning about what's going on with the magic and Malix and stuff. And hopefully we'll find some answers. See you guys next time.